maybe I thought it was going in one direction. And, well, it just turns out she isn't my future wife.
Hello and welcome to Love Island, the Morning After podcast. We have a very jam-packed episode this morning. I'm Indiyah Polack.
And I'm Amy Hart. And once again, we are joined by the brilliant Georgia Harrison. Georgia, what did you think of last night's episode?
Oh my God, I think it was amazing. There was just so much going on and it's one of the best ones we've had in a while. Like, too much drama to even unpick, but we'll try.
It looks like tonight's going to be even worse. Well, better.
What, on the coming up?
On the drama front.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, and even better for us this morning because we are joined by the second half of our Dumped Islanders. We have the amazing Curtis and Konnor in the building.
Hello,
Good
guys.
morning, boys.
Morning.
Happy to see you here. How's it going?
Yeah, good to be fair. I feel a bit jet lagged, I'm not going to lie.
I feel a little bit jet lagged, but happy to be here. So.
Happy to be home.
Right, boys, we can't have you here and not give you the full inquisition. So let's start with, why did you both decide to go back on All Stars?
Go on, Con, you can start, big man.
I think the first time round, I don't really think I was in it that much. I think I was probably the first extra in Love Island, you know? So, no,
Wait, how long were you in it first time?
I was there for 4 weeks, 2 weeks into it, and exactly. But no, I just thought, why not? You know, like, second shot at love, let's see what happens.
To be fair, I broke my wrist and I've got a boxing career now, so the timing worked out perfectly. And I'm not going to lie, I really enjoy it in there. It's good fun. And I was single and I just feel like I'm at a different point in my life now. I feel like for the first time ever, I've got everything sorted and like I know what I'm doing with my life and I love it to bits. So I just thought, let's go in, no barriers, no walls up, and let's see what's what. And yeah, had a good time, short time, but good time. Yeah. Emotional time, bloody hell.
I say, on the emotional front, let's get it out there now. Obviously, you've been on twice already. Well, 3 times, but we won't count games because I haven't seen it. But
Sorry,
you've been on 3, but you were quite emotional when you were in there this time. It was quite a different journey for you this time, I would say. Having watched both your series, having been in one and then watched one. It was quite a different journey for you. Is that why you were so emotional?
No, in one way, to be fair, I ain't going to lie. I just felt like this is the first time I've ever done it. And when I say like I've got my shit together, I've got my shit together. I love my life that I'm living. So I literally went in there with no walls up, no nothing, and just to open myself up and go with the flow. And Mills, I won't lie, she caught me off guard. And I did say to her in like the first recoupling, because you know when you like someone, I was sort of scared of pushing away because I thought I'm going to be myself 100%. And then I ended up being myself 100% and I ended up pushing away a little bit. So in one way, I was a little bit like, crap, I've done what I said I didn't want to do. And in the other way, I feel so comfortable in myself that I'm like happy to show my emotions. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm feeling upset, I'll happily cry. It is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. I think more people should if that's the way you're feeling. So I just sort of let my emotions take over and I went with the flow.
Do you think sometimes it's like you build up an expectation of like this fairy tale of what could happen in your head when you get there? When it doesn't go that way, it can really like crush your emotions. Whereas on the outside, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
No, and yes, I had no expectations going in, but that can happen 100%. I do agree with that. But no, that wasn't the case. Mills caught me off guard. I wasn't going to do Love Island. I thought to myself, am I going to find someone in there? No, there's not a chance. Like most of the time, it doesn't happen. I'm single. I've done it 3 times before. The chance of actually finding someone is, let's be honest, very, very low. So I was a bit like, do I do it? Do I not? I do want to find a family. I do want to have kids. And I'm 30 years old now. So I ain't getting younger and I need to start looking out there for it. So I was unsure on doing it. And then I thought, sod it, timing's right. Let's just give it a go. And that's why I was so open with it. And I fell a lot faster than anticipated for someone. She just has all the morals that I would want in a wife. I ain't going to lie. So and didn't go the way I wanted it to.
But
So,
I think you were yourself though. Like, I think the way that you sort of approached the money situation, going 100%, that is just you. Yeah. So it's not like you tried something different or you sort of tried to be someone you weren't and then
I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to throw all my eggs in one basket. I genuinely wanted to go in there and be like, sod it. Let's like just go with everybody, see what's what and see what happens. But like you just said, I do tend to throw my eggs into one basket and I sort of did that. And then, broke down and cried for 3 days. So next question. Let's move on. Shit happens, doesn't it?
Lights, camera, villa drama. Movie night came back with a bang and the looks were giving red carpet ready. Let's get into the debrief. The US boys did not come to play, with Zach in a Versace shirt, Carrington wearing Comme des Garçons, and Yeaman rocking a Versace shirt with Novu trousers. Kieran mixed it up a little with his stunning St. Michael beige suit, and Konnor brought the vibes with that silky and sultry blue Martine Rose shirt. Our leading ladies all looked so beautiful tonight. Lucinda brought the drama in a House of Maguire dress, whilst Imani looked sensational in a Bronx and Branco dress. And Millie shone bright like a diamond in an Albina Dyla embellished dress and Steve Madden heels. Movie night brought cinema-level suspense and scene-stealing pre-love looks. Gasps were had, popcorn was dropped. For show-stopping moments worthy of movie night, find your perfect party look on eBay, sponsors of Love Island All-Stars. Also, eBay are going live with Series 12 winners Tony and Cash this coming Friday at 3 p.m, where you'll have the chance to win some amazing looks straight from the All-Stars villa. Go to the eBay UK Instagram to learn more details.
Now, we need to give the people what they want.
We need to talk about Millie.
Who?
So obviously you both chose you both chose her as your first coupling. Now, Curtis, you've said your connection was really good, as you say, like she completely caught you off guard. Obviously, she was saying things like, it's a bit cringe and sort of laughing awkwardly. Did you think that was her flirting?
I just am who I am, and to be fair, I was just going with the flow. When emotions get involved, you sometimes look past anything like that, don't you, a little bit? So I actually, and to answer that truthfully, I couldn't answer that. I don't know. I don't even remember saying them things, or her saying them things, so I don't really know.
What was it that, I guess, made you so upset when you found out from Scott that she'd been having a connection with Zach to you? Did it seem like you guys were stronger than you imagined?
Definitely, I fell harder than she fell, 1,000% from seeing it all. But it was more the fact that I said I didn't want to push someone away, and I was being 100% myself, and then I ended up pushing someone away. So I just felt like, oh, crap. I've sort of done what I didn't want to do straight away. So I was just a bit like disheartened in that manner. And I won't lie, I really liked her.
Yeah.
I can't lie. So yeah. And then it just, like, you've been in the situation before, like when they're away, you don't know what's happening. She's just said she wanted to take a step back, couldn't talk to her. Then she's gone away for 3 days. I was just, don't know. I just really ran with my emotions and I bloody let them out. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not a bad thing,
I don't know. I just feel like I'm at that point in my life that I'm like, you know what? I can go with my emotions because I feel so grounded and level-headed that I'm going to follow my emotions. They'll tend to be, well, hopefully right in most of the time. So I'm just going to go with it. Yeah.
And as we said, like, you were 100% yourself. And so if then it's not compatible with someone, like, you're just not compatible with that person. There'll be someone you are compatible with.
Yeah. That literally is the case as well, to be fair. It's the fact that, maybe I thought it was going in one direction and, well, just turns out she isn't my future wife. You know what I mean? So,
And that's fine.
It's always commendable when the men let out their emotions on Love Island as well.
I've got to give it to you though, bro. You were a shoulder to cry and you were a massive help, bro. I genuinely, I mean that, brother. Genuinely.
I think it's one of them ones. It's like when you're in there,
yeah.
it's such like a unique experience. So like, to have someone there that you can like have a bit of back and forth and like have a chat with, it's nice, isn't it?
And especially when emotions are involved, you don't sometimes think clearly, and you did, like, you leveled me out.
Logic.
So, yeah, you did.
Logic over
I've got to give
emotion,
that
that's
to
me,
thank you,
yeah.
brother.
So after, Millie had come back from Villa USA and, she's coupled up with Zach, we did see that you pulled Millie for a chat and you kind of wanted further clarification on where your situation was going. Now, why was that? Did you just want to be super sure, or did you feel like maybe you guys could give it another try?
I don't know. There wasn't ever like, when we had the conversation, it wasn't like, dead, this is done. There was talks of like I don't know what was said and stuff on there, but it was talks of, it's going great ways with Zach and all of this and that. And for me to move on, because I couldn't switch my emotions off at the click of a finger, I needed like 100% clarification.
Yeah.
Otherwise, in that situation, I ain't gonna lie, I would have still been maybe hoping and guessing.
You need 100, but you just
and I wouldn't have been able to have just moved on and actually had fun with Kira. It would have been in the back of my mind. I would have felt like I'm doing something wrong, and then I wouldn't be going with I wouldn't be going with my true self. I would have been faking it then.
Fair enough.
I needed clarification. That's the honest truth to that. Yeah.
Fair enough. And you got pie on top of it in the game. 100%
100%
clarification.
200% clarification. Cheers, darling. Thank you.
As soon as you and Kira got to know each other, that seemed to be like really good from the off.
She is a spicy, awesome girl to be. She's hot, she's sexy. And I'd just come out of a situation where I'd thrown everything into it and I was like, all of this and that. And I couldn't switch my emotions off straight away. And then Kira came in and she was just a breath of fresh air. Lovely girl. And like, just great fun. And I had a sexual attraction to her, 1,000%. She's hot
We couldn't
as
tell.
anything. Yeah. But and she had good soul, good kind morals, good family morals and stuff. And I look for that. I want that in somebody, because if they're going to be the mother of your kid and stuff, like you want the kids to look up to them, don't you, and stuff.
How nice was it when you and Imani connected?
So nice. I think I was in there for a couple of weeks, 2.5 weeks. I can't remember the time because time's just crazy in there. But yeah, it was really nice. It was refreshing because I think I put so much energy into Whit, and like a lot of my attention went into her. And then after it, didn't work out, I think it was like, shit, is someone going to come in? And like, is there going to be someone for me? And then someone did come in. And yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, it was really nice seeing you and Imani connect, I think.
It was perfect timing as well because you just sort of had that knock where, she said she wouldn't have minded you going. And it was like, I think you needed that boost after
definitely.
what was quite a
That's savage.
tough conversation.
That comment is, that's borderline wild.
And the comment is crazy, but I think when I heard it, obviously now I know she'd spoken to Scott about it before, but after seeing it, we spoke in bed and she told me to my face.
Yeah.
And I'm the sort of person, I just want to try and smooth things over. I want everything to be plain sailing, but life isn't like that and you do have to address things. So I woke up in the morning and it was festering in my brain. And I was like, no, I have to address this. What happens? USA getaway. Didn't get to have that conversation. So we've got another 3 days of me thinking, right, there's no sort of closure here. I don't like what she said. We could have maybe shut things down straight away. But, and also with that, after she said that comment, she'd also spoke about past relationships and, all that sort of stuff and kind of given reason for why maybe she'd said that. And I think the thing with Whit, love her to bits, but she's very hard to read. And when you want to have a straight conversation with her, she skirts around it, and maybe you saw that, maybe you didn't, but
So I mean, that's answered the nation's question, as in, why didn't you end it when she said that about Shag? Why didn't you end it when she was kissing Yeoman in front of you?
Okay.
We have so many.
I know. There's a few things that have happened, isn't there?
I know.
So I think prior to her kissing Yeoman in front of me in the bedroom, prior to that, we'd had a conversation. And that conversation was, she'd come back from the USA getaway, and it was a conversation of, where are we? What's going on? Sort of thing. And with me, I'd said, right, basically, I've seen you've been all over Yeoman, legs on him and stuff. I could see you're getting along well. This is me taking a step back now because you wasn't like that with me. I'm not an idiot. Do you know what I mean? But then again, when I'm trying to have a straightforward conversation, it was like the door wasn't being shut. It was still slightly open. So yeah, it was confusing with her. It was confusing.
I mean, it's a tough one. I think we can all see that you're a very chill guy, like, on and off screen. Do you think maybe sometimes, your chillness can be taken advantage of?
Oh, most definitely, 100%. I am a very chill person. And yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm just a nice guy, all right? I'm just a nice guy. And sometimes I need to be a bit more straightforward and I need to stand on it.
You don't need to be anything different to what you are.
But the main thing was the USA getaway. Like the conversation I wanted to have prior, but we couldn't have that conversation.
Fair enough,
So it got longed out longer than it needed to.
Yeah.
I think you're a real understanding guy as well. And that's
I am understanding.
You wanted to, like me, you wanted clarity. You wanted to see what the situation
Definitely.
was. And like, she wasn't giving it yet.
No, and how I look at it is like, this is my second chance. Everyone, well, you've had a few more chances. But this is my chance. But this is my second chance. And like, I'm 30 years old. Like, my parents, I look at my parents and think that's what I want for myself, right? So this is my second chance. I want to find somebody. And I think with Whit, she just needed to be more direct. Like, don't leave a carrot dangling. Be direct with me. That's absolutely fine. I'll move on and I can try and find another connection. But because there was no real closure, it was kind of left open. It was just a bit awkward,
You both obviously have girls that live in America now. What does the future hold for those relationships? How are you going to make it work?
See what's what, to be fair. I've got a fight coming up, so I know she wants to come and watch that. So depending on where that is around the world, if it's in America, that makes it easy, but maybe she'll come watch that. And then after that, I'm going to take a little break. So possibly a little holiday out to America or Hawaii. Nice. Never been there. So yeah.
So Marnie's saying she wants to come over on like a little holiday.
European getaway,
summer.
European
summer. I took that as Love Island summer, but
I've never been to the States myself, so I'd like to go out there too.
That's a fun time. Like, I feel like that'll be a really good week, no matter what happens when she gets there. Like, you guys will have fun.
So that's kind of where we are at the moment. Like a distance thing for me will be hard. But if she's going to come over here, I'm going to go over there. I mean, we'll just see what happens.
I mean, obviously, let's hit the nail on the head. Like, a distance is a hard thing. It's not going to make it easy, time zones, everything like that. Let's be realistic. But It's still so early, and we'll see what's what, really, to be fair, because they're both lovely girls.
Yeah.
Kira, she's awesome. She's a
Yeah.
real nice little sweetheart. So
Yeah.
I don't know what it'll be.
There's always Zoom.
Exactly.
There's Zoom.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think is playing a game?
Ooh.
A game.
Oh, God, the way Connor's looking like a game.
I mean,
I think there's maybe people in there that have done more than a couple of shows that know how to work it.
People that
Okay,
done 4.
It's given Scott.
Anyone in particular?
Not Curtis, because he's out. He's not
I'm
playing
joking. Scott, is that who you're referring to?
There's people in there.
Scott's a very intellectually clever man and very good with his words. He's either very hard to, he either really can't show his emotions or the emotions aren't there. So there's one or the other. But I do think Scott does have genuine roots on what he wants to do, but how it's going, it could look like he's perhaps playing around a little bit to people. But I think, actually, true. If you want the honest truth, I think there's a lot of people playing games in there at the moment because
It's a game
it's
show.
2 weeks. One, it is a game show. Love Island's technically a game show. And 2, there's only 2 weeks left. And I think a lot of people are realizing that. And I think a lot of people are just maybe now coupling up with people just to ride it out till the end. That's the truth. So I take that back on Scott. And I think there is a lot of people perhaps doing it.
Fair enough.
You can all make your own opinions on
God,
that.
give us one more. Give us the runner-up from Scott.
Nope.
Now, finally, is there any regrets?
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
God.
Give us one more.
I
You put
think
50p in him.
Yeah, and
Come on, I've got childcare for this. Let's do it.
I'm gonna say because I love Jack, and I think Jack is the most genuine, sweetest guy in there. One of them.
Yeah, Jack's
He's an
great.
absolute legend, and he deserves the bloody best. I'm not even joking. I do think Cher is perhaps playing a game, and she's just holding him back or waiting for him just in case she doesn't find another connection. And I think that's starting to become very clear in there. If you want the honest truth.
Curtis.
I can see
I can
that.
second that. I'll
Yeah,
second
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And I don't think she's a horrible person. I think she's a
No,
lovely
no,
person.
no,
But I
not at all.
do think that is what's happening. And we can all see it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Do
Now-
you guys agree?
Neither confirm nor deny.
Here we go.
From this episode, I personally would agree. It doesn't make her a bad person.
Yeah.
But it just means she's trying to make it work with him. It's not really working, and she doesn't want to close that door in case she runs out of a connection. And that happens a lot in Love Island. Doesn't make you a bad person, but I do think she's stringing him along. And we love Jack, so it's just a real shame. But she probably tried to find a connection there, but it's just not there. And she's better off letting him know
I
rather
think
than
she
messing with his
knows.
head.
That's the thing. I think you know at that point where she is now. She knows that Jack ain't right for her. So
what? Yeah, that's the thing. So what way does she move from Jack? If it's not Jack, who would it be?
Harrison.
It's a bit hard because Harrison has now got options. He's speaking to more than one person. And
That's
she
why
doesn't know where
she's
he's
still
gonna go.
holding on to him.
Well, thank you both for being here today. Will you stay for the rest of the episode?
Yeah, of course we'll stay.
yeah, well,
definitely.
yeah.
Right, let's talk about Leanne and Belle. I feel like history is
Lord.
repeating itself.
Yeah.
We could just roll a conversation we'd had last week and change the names.
Good.
But that's not how we do it here.
No.
So does Scott actually know what he wants, or is he stringing them both along?
Oh, do you know what? I've gotten to the point where I don't think I can read Scott anymore.
No.
But I can read him enough to say that I personally do not think he likes Leanne as much as he says.
No.
I think it's gotten too far now. We are getting into week 4. And at this point, you should already know how you feel about someone. And if you feel so comfortable to having, flirty chats like this with somebody else on the terrace, hey, not saying what you guys were saying a couple minutes ago, but maybe it is along those lines.
I did think it could have been that love story where they do get back together. And I sort of hoped that is what would happen.
100%.
But he's actually watched her suffer for days now. And we keep continually seeing where she's actually crying.
Yeah.
And he just watches her walk past in like floods of tears.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you really like someone, there's no way as a man you could sit there and let that continue. So I don't think he actually cares about either of them at this point. I think he's just playing the game and trying not to get either of them too close.
Who do you two think that he has the best vibes with, Belle or Cher or Leanne?
I mean, Scott and Leanne had a good connection. They did. I mean, obviously, they were together for ages. Scott is a good guy and stuff. But I feel like their relationship, it came to a stalemate. I think it shot off really fast. It came to a stalemate.
And there was a couple of days where it just wasn't going anywhere, I don't think. I think like the deeper connection or the deeper conversations that they should have been having at that point, because they were like the most locked off couple from the start without being locked off, it weren't happening.
Yeah.
Why do you think that happened though?
I think it's down to its communication.
Yeah.
And I will say from both sides, at that point from both
Oh,
sides.
yo, 1,000%.
Yeah,
Both
yeah,
of them
yeah.
were communicating their full feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
I think
Because
it's
I was quite
emotional
close with
awareness.
Leanne and we used to have like loads of chats and stuff. But I think there was a bit of doubt when it came down to communication.
But I feel like she holds back because she doesn't want to get hurt.
She
But I
does,
don't
she
understand why he holds back.
I do think Scott does struggle to talk about his true emotions. I feel he's a very logical guy. And when you're purely thinking logical all the time, you sort of shut your emotions away. And it's hard to, when they start breaking through, it's so hard to get out of logically thinking and actually feel your emotions and then talk about them because you're thinking of so many different things. So I do think he needs to just forget about that and just go with that and then open up. Then he could talk about them.
He needs to tap into his feminine energy.
He does.
He needs some yoga.
Well, just his masculine emotional energy. That's what I'll say.
I just can't believe that we're this far in. Like the final is in less than 2 weeks. And not one person has been like, I mean, Sammy and Kieran sort of talked about it last night, but nobody's locked off. Nobody's committed to each other. Nobody said like we're exclusive. And like I've always said,
I don't think anyone will.
It's not legally binding. You can go back on it. It's fine. Why is nobody?
I think
I don't feel that way.
past situations that have happened, they're all literally too scared to say we're closed off.
Yeah, 100%.
I think people are too scared to say it.
But I think if you're scared to say it, it's because you're scared that someone's going to walk in that's a 10-10 and you're
That's
going to
the
have to
thing.
go back on it.
It's a pool
I
of
think
30
everyone
people
is
out of a
too
billion.
focused on like the what ifs, like, okay, let me not say something because a bombshell might come in.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we look at Helena's situation last night, you know what, maybe she did change her feelings towards Carrington, but it kind of felt like, you know, she realised, okay, look, Harrison is coming, that's the best I'm gonna get. You know, better the devil I know. You know, let me just stick with Carrington. Because going from the ick to, you know, change your mind after one sexy dance.
No, I'm convinced that she was like, we've just had a dumping. There's got to be some new people coming in. I'll dump Carrington. And then it was Harrison. She's like, oh, no, friend.
This'll do.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think more people are like, maybe this year more so than other years, more focused on the drama rather than the actual connections and like the love. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe we're just getting old, bro.
Maybe that's
we're
it.
just in a
We're
different
third
point
floor
of our
now, mate.
lives
We're third
now.
floor.
Yeah.
So
Because I'm not going to lie, I felt different this year doing it. I felt like I'm just at a different point of my life almost.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I just felt slightly different.
We've seen the drama happening between, you know, Belle and Leanne, and it's all, like you said, Amy, feeling like history is repeating itself. Lucinda, however, is feeling quite, you know, she's feeling a lot towards situations.
She's vindicated.
She's vindicated.
She's been avenged.
She's been avenged. Now, do we think that, you know, Lucinda actually cares? Or is she genuinely just, you know, being a good friend to Leanne? Because we've seen them have each other's backs and they've got a bit of a sisterhood going on. Or do we think she just wants to get involved in the drama? Good old Lucinda
Like
style.
to get a Belle.
Yeah, to get a Belle.
From being in now, I've seen them having chats and stuff, so I don't think it's fake.
No.
Personally, I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. If it is just to get a Belle, it is literally 0.1%.
Yeah.
I don't
They
think
were
it
close.
really is.
I
I think it's she's friends.
Considering what she went through as well.
I feel like both things can be true. Like she can be a
100%.
really good friend to Leanne. It was when she said, like, you know, you're one of my closest girls in here, and it's like out of the 8 that are in there. You are definitely top 5 out of the 8. But also, if everyone's been having a go at you less than a week ago for doing something, and then the girl that was like the centre of that storm is now doing exactly the same thing, you're going to be like, let's get going.
100%.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to be honest. And I feel like also, whereas no one is really calling out Belle on her behaviour, Lucinda's probably sitting there thinking, hold on, I'm not letting this slide.
No.
You didn't let it slide for me, I'm not going to let it slide for you.
Yeah.
It's fair game.
The moral high ground is a very good place to be in Love Island. And suddenly Lucinda has elevated to there.
She actually has.
Yeah.
She's gone to the top.
Yeah.
But we see that happen a lot. Everyone gets to the top and then they just fall, don't they? So she's still got 2 weeks left.
Well, it's like, we always say you get dumped to hero or you stay in long enough to become a villain.
Yeah.
And that's actually what's happened with Belle.
Lucinda and
God,
Leanne
that's
actually
so
grew
true.
closer, and I think so did we. When it came to like the USA getaway, because you're spending more time with lesser people, I feel they grew closer in that time, like we did.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a reason why she's a bit more we're best friends sort of thing.
Fair enough. It's always nice to bond over something with your bestie, you know.
Yeah.
Someone you've got a bit of beef
To be
with.
fair, Lucinda was the
Never
first
trauma.
person that Leanne went to when she just dumped Scott as well.
Yeah.
They was having like quite a deep chat then. I think that's when we first acknowledged their friendship.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out tonight how it all pans out because as we saw in the coming up bit at the end of the show last night, it's all going to kick off. And I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Has there been more drama this time than the other ones?
100. I think this has been the most dramatic.
Most dramatic.
Do you know what?
100%.
Usually couples go at each other, but the girls don't usually go at each other. And the girls have been ripping each other to shreds this series.
Even the boys, I think there's been a lot of individual beef. There's not been a lot of like couple on couple drama, you know?
Yeah.
So...
Because there hasn't really been many couples.
No.
Like, there was for weeks. There was nothing.
Yeah, not much love.
It's been Friendship Island for a lot of it.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Yeah.
Well, that's it for today. Curtis and Konnor, thank you so much for joining us. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it's good fun.
Had a lovely time. Had a lovely time. It's been a pleasure.
And we'll be back tomorrow morning. Georgia, will you join us?
I cannot wait. Breakfast ready.
Don't forget to keep leaving us your comments and thoughts. And we'll be back here, same time, same place tomorrow. We'll see you then.